Welcome to Peaceful Streaming. So I'm continuing on with the flip of the Connoisseur's house. I have no idea why it's called that. I was kind of hoping that that would mean I would find a wine cellar or something with lots of wine to sell, but I don't know. I have no idea why it's called that. It was a mess when I got here, so I'm not sure what kind of connoisseur they are. Anyway, so what I'm going to do in this stream is do the two bedrooms and the hall. And that was weird. Um, so, and that will finish up the house itself. And then I'll probably do a garden stream. Actually, I'll definitely do a garden stream. And maybe even today. And, well, I do have to do the outside of the house too, but that won't take long, in theory at least. You never know. So this is going to be the kids' room. And so before I saw it, I really took a look at this. What's this called again? Oh my God, I'm still tired. This gradient wallpaper yesterday. I was going to use that because I thought that was really cute. And we're close to Valentine's Day. So, but I had trouble finding beds, and it ended up that the ones I liked the most were actually ones that had been in the job about the students who messed up the house. And so I thought this was good for a kid, and it does have. I think I'm going to do the. Oh God, beach is so yellow. Oak, oak's not bad. Um, so the only thing is, wait a minute, where's the? Okay, the only thing is that we have like the exact same colors, which are not great, and I think I'm being kind when I say that. So, wait a minute. I wish I could just go back to my search really easily. There may be a way. Maybe I'm just completely missing it. So I looked at like the light one, and we have the exact same colors. I have no idea what the difference is between the light one and the wood one because we have the same wood, I think, the same like mattress and bedding colors. So I maybe it has to do with um the drawer patterns possibly, maybe. Where are the drawer patterns? Mattress doors. Oh, there are no patterns. Okay. So then I think the one I want, although not the color. God, that beach is so bright. Maybe American Elm. Um, so I think what I want to do is go with a multicolored. Um, I'm sorry, I'm like sick once again. I know I'm sick all the time, but this time I'm like a little bit. I've got a headache. I'm a little bit out of it, so I'm a little slow on the uptake today. Um, I don't like any of these. So pinks. So then here's the problem: the pink sky for the drawers is probably the most attractive pattern. So I guess actually that would. Oh my God, that is the isn't that the actual wallpaper? I think I have to do that then, don't I? I mean, it's almost Valentine's Day. We have the wallpaper to match. I am afraid that I have to uh, succumb. I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't like pink. I have to do it. It's just, I mean, come on. How can I not? Okay, so I think I picked all the colors correctly. Um, I mean, there is such a thing as too much pink, and I can see that. Ooh, let's just put that there for now. I can see that that might be the case with this, but I don't know. I can always, oh, I can't put it too close to the window. That's why it was balking. Okay, so I'll scoot it. Actually, this may not be the same one. The, as in the, I don't know, where do I want to put it? As in the student thing, because it seems a lot smaller. So this must be the like kid version as opposed to the adult / college student version. So, I don't know. I guess it makes sense to move this down because otherwise it's just kind of blocking the window. Okay, it can't be that bad. I can't have to. Oh, you know what it is? It's this thing. And by the way, I did remove all of the radiators. I'm just going to pretend they're central heat. I have to say those things are a real pain to me. So here's the kind of perennial problem: what to put on the windows and floor, because I know we don't have a lot of pink. I don't necessarily want to do pink because, you know, I do like pink, but I don't like a pink explosion, basically. But unfortunately, our options are extremely limited. So this would be narrow, short patterned curtain. Do they have that? Light colored narrow. I thought, what about short, narrow? It must just be this one and that's it. Okay, so no. That looks pink, but no, it's not. And I should know that because I used it yesterday and I just spaced out. I'm not going to click on all of them because honestly, I know what they have. And so the only option with the curtains is white. Not exactly exciting. And the pink, oh, right. The pink here is the wrong tone. First of all, it's very cool compared to the other stuff. And it's just, you know, it absolutely doesn't go. So light colored, that is better, but the problem is it's still a cool tone as opposed to a warm tone. So I'm thinking what I may have to do is just go with the white patterned ones. I mean, I would prefer that there was something better, but there really isn't. So there's not much I can do. The gray spots is also an option, actually. That might be a little less obtrusive. Since it doesn't match per se, I would like it to be obtrusive. Now, here's the only problem again. And I think this actually is going to kill it. That's a cool tone. So I think I'm going to have to go with the plain white, which actually is a little bit more cream than white. So there you go. Very boring, but it is what it is. Okay, so I was thinking that maybe I would not wallpaper the entire room with this because it is very strong in a way. I mean, maybe it's not as strong as some of them, but as I said, as much as I like pink, I don't like to be overwhelmed by it. So, okay, so I went through that already. I think it's at the bottom of the wallpapers. There it is, yeah. So, I think I'll get 2. Um, okay, so yeah, this is going to be, I would say this definitely is going to be too much. But I think I'm going to do this wall. I mean, I'm literally just kind of randomizing. Because it's kind of hard to decide which wall would look better with the busy stuff and which wall would look better with the not so busy stuff. Yeah, I couldn't do the whole room like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being silly. I'll try it out. I mean, it's not like it's obnoxious. What I wish they would have done, and I'm not being critical, I really like the wallpaper, is if they put those candy hearts, the different colored candy hearts. Oh, we're gonna need another one. On the wallpaper. So I think that would be fun, but you know, I'm definitely not criticizing because it's just a decision one way or another. It's not that one is better than the other. And what I might, instead of trying to find a rug that matches, because I think I'm going to be doomed to failure, very possibly, or have to really compromise more than I'd like to, um, is just do white wall-to-wall carpeting. So, oh, wrong one. Uh, one short. At least I still have the rest of the stack. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not bad. I'm gonna just try to get used to it and see what I think then. So let's try the wall-to-wall carpeting. I don't think it's the prettiest thing around because, well, it isn't. But in some situations, it is nice. Now, I don't think that color, well, it kind of goes. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick search for a rug. I don't think there's anything in here. No. And there's this, but I mean, it is the same color, kind of like a muted color, but I don't think it really works. Okay, let's look in carpet. It's a tough color because it's kind of, it's pink, but it's an extremely muted pink. I doubt that, yeah, sometimes they have more than one color in those, more than one color option of the same tone. This, that might work. Well, obviously I would do a bigger version. Nope, no pink. Or this one. So I'm going to be satisfied with those, either one of those. And so I'm going to do the floor in, let's see, this is a warm tone. So that's a little fussy for this room. That looks warm, but it doesn't. Looks like that might actually be cool. It's kind of in between. Okay. Another thing is that a lot of these look darker than they actually are. So, for instance, this one, oh, the pattern's a little heavy. I think I would like, let's see. Is this the one I tried? No. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so kind of hard to tell. I think that one goes better. So let's use that. How big is it? Let's see about if an XXL will fit. Now we also have white, but it might be, it's not right. So is this one too big? I'm probably standing on it, but yeah, it's too big. So we need to go with the XL instead. Wow, that's really a big difference. Well, hey, that's what I had growing up. We had wood floors and then just rugs here and there. So lighting. I think actually I'm gonna move this more like this. Maybe a little more over. Yeah, I may end up moving it more. Like I was thinking I should probably put a wardrobe in here. Probably something pretty simple like this. But maybe there's one that's slightly more attractive. How wide is this one? This one's pretty good. And there's a bookcase to match. Let's see. Oh, okay. That works. What is this? Spruce. I think that's pretty good. I mean, we do have American elm, so I guess it might be good to match this. Yeah, so this room's going to be a little tough. I don't think... What about over here? I don't like having it right by the door when you come in. That doesn't seem to make sense. Yeah, this room's definitely tight. It's not like I didn't think it was going to be. I think actually it makes more sense to have this here. That way we can fit the bookcase over here. Now maybe the wardrobe over here. And select the bookcase over there and not have any furniture in the way. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here it is. And was there one? God, I wish you would go back to my most recent search. I really do. Okay, so this is the one. American elm. Okay, so that actually works nicely. We have a little lighting problem, of course. And we actually also have a light switch problem because I don't like those unless the room is a dark color. Let's see. I'll pretend to be sensible and put this back, even though we don't, actually use electricity. I mean, realistically. So lighting, I have no idea at all. I'm sure something will present itself. Nope, these don't have enough color options. So yeah, I'll probably throw a couple halogens up. What about, no, that doesn't have a lot of options either. So let's, I'm not sure what wall lamps actually go with that. I mean, I don't think there are any that specifically do, but I can use this one. I think I'll do light instead of more pink or white. How's that? Now these are like spotlight lights. They don't diffuse, so they're actually not great as wall lights in a way. And they do wash some stuff out. But it seems like it's hard sometimes to find a happy medium between, oh, wait a minute, between a spotlight and a light that barely, yeah, see that's spotlight too, that you can barely tell if it's on. So that's problematic. Oh, I think I've got a pimple. I'm a little old for pimples. Jeez. Okay, let's look at this. Lampshade white. I could do these. I mean, they are very homey. And they diffuse well, which I think I would like in here. Now, of course, in the real world, you would be able to put all these lights on separate, what am I trying to say? Well, whatever's, I actually don't know the word. So that you could choose to have the overhead lights on or the wall lamps and, and get whatever color light you wanted. I think I will just put a couple halogen lights in the corners. I've started doing that a lot because those corners are always dark and I don't like it. So that tends to even things out. Okay, so this is our pink room. What color are the, okay, it looks like cedar or maybe ash, so I need to do a door in here, obviously. It's going to be, I think, the basic one. I don't think it's a narrow space. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't know. Let's see about this one. I thought the other ones were like light nut or nut, maybe. That's awfully dark. I think that's darker. But let's see. I'll hold. No, I'll hold it up to the the other ones and see. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So I keep hitting my caps lock. It's completely. I have horrible fine motor coordination. Okay. So That doesn't give anyone privacy. Why not? I wish they'd have frosted glass. Maybe they do, and I'm just being dense. Okay, actually, let's leave the top one glass. I don't know. I mean, this is a little kid. When they become teenagers, that's when they can have some privacy. I mean, I'm not being 100% serious about that, but kind of want to have more of an eye on them when they're younger because they haven't learned what is and is not wise. Okay, so I can put a chair here for the caps lock. For, let's see, and luckily we have a lot of chairs that are actually really short. So let's see. I don't know why I tend to think that they're more at the bottom. Maybe I should put a cream if we have cream or white. I'm pretty sure there is a white. Okay, so I can't tell whether that's good or not. No, it looks a little dingy. It may just be the lighting. I apologize to the person who created it because they do have fantastic stuff. So let's use this one. I think that, yeah, it's a good height. Why can't I? Oh, so there's something with that. I can't go any further. Okay, so we need a little desk light in there, and I think which one, because I've used it before and it's very effective for this type of space. Granted, we have this. I'm not sure if it's going to be effective, but it is awfully cute. Yeah, that's effective enough, and it is adorable. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this one's really cute. Put the pencil case here. Okay, so let's put some books in the bookcase, books and toys. So let's do a couple toys first. I thought I had, it's weird. I had a couple giraffes. Maybe I unsubscribed unintentionally. Okay, come on. There. Almost. And let's see. Hang on. Nope, it wasn't that. So toy, child. Oh, it was right there, and I didn't. Let's put you. Well, let's put you here. Oh, what did I just? It's a shame there's only what? I didn't see that. Okay, this was the one I was looking for. We actually, I think, need a poof or something for the kid to like sit down on. And I know I'm not done with the bookshelf. I'm just hopping around. One of the potential buyers was like, shame there's not enough room for, I didn't say what. I hope this doesn't look, oh, please don't let it look ugly if they even have pastel rose. They do. That, come on, that looked nothing like pastel rose. Give me a break. This is not much better, I have to say. But the other ones are not really kid ones. Unless, please tell me you have pastel rose and it doesn't look horrible. It looks horrible. It looks just as horrible. I wonder if there's a little chair. God. I like the sling back, but it's the wrong color. How big is this? It's pretty big. Rats. I don't remember if this was good. Yeah, let's do the one with the throw on it, the pink and white throw. I mean, the color is a little dingy to me, but sorry about that. But I think I mean the hearts in the what am I trying to say? The hearts on the wallpaper are not exactly brilliant white, so they might even be pale pink. Okay, no room for a tent, unfortunately. Oh, I forgot. Except I don't think they do have it in pastel rose. It's pastel rose and yellow. I like that better than than these. If you can, if you have a kid's room, it's nice to be able to use these things. Okay, so because it's so rare that you actually can. Okay. So, yeah, this room is tiny. Okay, that's the other thing is the prints. If we actually even have room for them. That's interesting. Okay. So books. And probably another stuffed animal. Do we have that rabbit? That would be cute on. Okay. Oh, where's the rabbit? Bunny? Maybe? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Wonder if I can put him on the chair. Probably not. Oh, I can. Okay. So that's good. Except is he? Yeah, so he's under the throw. So that's nice. Okay, so let's look at the prints. I do like those. I just don't like the black frame. That's kind of my problem with that. But I don't know, maybe I should just get over it. There's not a lot of room on the walls anyway, actually. Or like at all. Okay. And unfortunately the artwork, some did a really nice job in the workshop of doing like kids artwork. Unfortunately, it actually is flat. Like you can't hang it on the wall. So so that's a little disappointing. I'm not even seeing it anyway. So let's do a couple more stuffed animals. I don't know if he fits in here, actually, come to think of it. I have to put him on top. I don't think he fits. So I'm gonna chair. No, I didn't manage to do it this time. Okay, there we are. Okay, let's see. Ooh, and then the kitty. That's very cute. So let's put that one, I think, on the windowsill. I still feel like I need something on the walls here. It's really kind of blah. Let's see about posters. Oh, there are some posters, aren't they? But I think the pink on them is more like a cool tone. Oh no, it must be under photo. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's this. But that doesn't really go for one thing, and it's really for babies. Okay, so it must be under pictures and photos. Yeah, so we've got this. I guess they do kind of match or go with it. And there's like no room. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this here for now. Put this on here. And I think I'll rotate it. Yeah, I'll just put this here. I've seen that done before. Now these two aren't really, where are they? They're not. Put this one up a little more. Let's see. Yeah, where is, what did I type in there? It like overtyped something. Let's put this, well, that's small. So put it on top of the wardrobe. That seems to make sense. If I can get on this chair, which I definitely have very mixed results. Okay, and I'm just gonna see if I have another stuffed animal. Oh, we've got the unicorn. Color's a little odd on that, I have to say. But, so I think, well, there's only one more thing that I could see might, oh, I thought I was going to be able to do it. I can't climb up here. Okay, so it's letting me do this. I think I can probably put, hopefully, a pillow on here, a throw pillow, to make it look a little less, well, that probably wouldn't match. No, it doesn't match. Do I have any that will work here? How about that? Not really. Now, one sec. I think that's. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just type in pink and see if I come up with anything. Because I have to be honest, it's so rare that I can use those pillows. They seem to only work on beds. And actually, I was kind of surprised that it worked on this bed. But so it's really rare. I mean, I see them in my inventory all the time, but I can't use it. So, well, this might take too long. Because there's a lot of pink stuff. How about cream? How about I just be smart and just put in pillow? I'm on the workshop. Okay, there's one that might do. Okay, so I'm just clicking on all the pink ones because there actually are a lot. Now I'm seeing all the pink ones. They are not the same pillows though, so we may not have any luck. But it looks so like bare on there, and one of their really strange like flat linen things. Okay, so there. I just subscribe to some, and I'm gonna have to download it, obviously. I don't want to put I obviously don't want to put a plant in here. I would not put a plant in a kid's room for a variety of reasons. Probably won't put a vase, but I've lost track of what kinds of vases I have, so there's that. What about, do we have any fake flowers? I don't think so. I mean, like where it's not even pretending to be real. I know nothing in here is real, so I do know that. Let's see. Now this probably, yeah, that didn't turn out well. Not for this anyway. Rats. Let's try this one. That looks yellow because of this stupid light. There. That's something, right? Oh, I meant to put a second one on. Good job. Okay. So I think that's good. Oh, the bookcase. Shoot. Why am I not? Okay, so I'm going to go into accessories, kids. Does this come in pastel rose? Yeah, let's put this in here too. I keep thinking of the kid not being able to reach anything. I think there's some stuff in here. There's this guy. Oh, he's big. I did not realize how big he is. Okay. And I don't know, this kid seems like they're probably too old for blocks. It's really weird. I would swear there was more stuff, but I'm clearly losing it. I'm just gonna put in toy. Well, I'll put in some more books, and then like the Narnia ones. And probably the penguin, whatchamacallit ones. That's too wide. There, put those down there. And then the, actually I think these are going to be even wider, aren't they? The Puffin Classics. Okay, so I mean, I prefer obviously to fill it up, but it is what it is. So anyway, on to the master bedroom, and I think this is the bed I think I'm gonna use. And I laid out some possible, like, what I think are the possibilities that I like with this. So I'll just put a couple of each one up, and I'd like to put them near the bed because that helps me obviously know how it's gonna go with the bed. I mean, the bed's the only thing in here so far, so. I think this one's too white, so I'm just gonna cover right over that. I'm running out of room because now there are 2 piles for each one. Let's try this one. I already think I don't like that, but the wave one or marble or whatever it is, but you never know. Okay, so there's the blue one, and I guess I'll try this. I'm not 100% sure about it. And the green, I think I've decided I just don't really like the green that much. Trying to find room. Is that all of them? I mean, except for the paint. Okay, so let's get rid of this. It's just, I don't know, it just looks too, well, I don't know. Okay. I think the blue is a little blah. The green marble, I don't think so. And the rainbow one, I didn't do the green one. But somehow that's not working for me. So I think actually, contrary to what I originally said, I think it actually will be this one. Oh wait, is there a lighter color? Oh, my left hand is occupied. Okay. Is there a lighter color for that wallpaper? I can't remember. No. There's dark green or light green. And I think the light green, oh, it wasn't the one I used. I wonder I don't like it. So let's see, this is a mild possibility. It's very, I don't know. I don't think this is the right setup for it. So I think it's down to the two white/gray ones. So I'm going to do one wall in the marble and one in the whatever that design is. I should have done it the opposite. Oh well. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to go with that abstract pattern. I think. Well, no, I'm going with a marble. Okay. And that's definite. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I shouldn't need a lot because this room is pretty tiny. Oh, I'm going to need at least one more. Keep forgetting about the under the windows takes and above the windows takes so many. Okay. So I think just one more. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to sell this. I'm still kind of possibly thinking of doing the haul like that, but it's unlikely. Let's just put it that way. This looks like it's crooked. So I'm thinking for the windows, just doing a plain, if I have it, plain light gray shade. I don't know if I do. I think I do. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, maybe I'll try the dark gray if I have it. That's very dark. Of course, the bed does have some dark aspects to it, so. But it is. Actually, I think that's good because I think we need the contrast. We need some kind of contrast in the room. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. 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 I mean, it does make it look a lot darker, but after all, the walls are predominantly white. So, now comes the hard part. I need to put a rug in, and I'm probably gonna have to move the bed. Rats. The good news is I know there are a lot of gray rugs I can use. So, it's just a matter of finding the right size to a great extent. So there's one, and obviously, yes, I am gonna have to move the bed. I may have to move it outside. Yeah, I think that's the case. So there's that one. That's a possibility. What about this one? A little too much cream in it, I think. This is either very similar or identical. It's very similar. No. I'm going to look at carpet, although I think all the ones I want are in rug. Yeah. Okay, so that's one it's too big, or I might be in the way. And I don't like it for this room anyway. What is this one? That's very dark, so no. And this is not right. So I think it's gonna be this one. Because I think that oh, it's too big. No. Shoot. I didn't love this one though. It's too small. Rats. This one's navy, right? It's probably too big. Yeah. Okay. That's really small, but what if I just put it there? I don't know. Maybe I should just do wall to wall white carpet. That might work the best. Let's see if the color works. Or gray. White or gray. Okay, so the white doesn't really work, but the gray may. Yeah, I think that works well. I'm pretty sure. It's a tiny bit warm toned. Is there something? So this, I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Luckily, it's small room. Okay, so I like that. Let's see. Let's get you back in here. Oh, man. Let's sell some of these. And close the store. That'll help, I think. I mean, theoretically, it shouldn't make a difference, but no. So I don't like this down here. But for the sake of semi-reality, I will put one back. Oh, and lighting. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, well, I guess I need to get rid of the other one. I think this is a little big for this room. I would like one that diffuses instead of is a spotlight. I wonder about this one. Sometimes these are just too low. Oh, yeah, I guess I need to put a light switch back. Okay. Let's do that. Not 100% sure this is the right one for this room. I mean, it is kind of elegant. So, what about this? That's really weird. It's like really bright, but it doesn't seem to throw much in the way of light. Let me see. Probably wrong. Oh, it wasn't on. That might explain it. I don't know. It's so bright, but let me look at the one that's similar. think I like that one. It is very low. It is very low, isn't it? That's too bad. Rats. I liked that one. A lot of these are low. This is a very low ceiling in here, so. And that one's low too. This is a low ceiling. Okay. So we will go with, okay, what about this? This is not one of my favorites because of the shadow it casts. Okay, I do like that for this room. I think I will add a couple halogens. Okay, so I think actually what would be a really good side table is, I could have used this bed too. That is that bed. Oh my God. I'm such, I don't want to say an idiot, but yeah. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. It's just it's like throwing, well, you do want a little bit of warm color in here. Is this right in the middle? Because I'm like a little concerned I won't have room for the other side table. This is a very tough room. Where would you put your clothes? Is there a maybe there's a wardrobe I can stick in that corner. This, I think it will be too big. No, it won't. Oh my God. But I guess it's not really right for this room. What are the industrial lights? Oh, those are cool. Huh. I wonder. Wait a minute. Those might be better for this room. Or they may be too low. I don't know. I think I like them. Are they actually throwing light, or they're not really throwing light, are they? No. They're cool, but, well, crap. Excuse my language. I'm disappointed. I mean, there's definitely going to be a point which I can use those just for decoration, I think, but what was I looking for? Oh, I'm going to see, just going to pull up industrial. Okay, so we do have a shelf, which I think I could use. And I think we could use a mirror over here, and then I'll look for a wardrobe. God, I seem to be having, like, not bad luck with mirrors, but I'm just not thrilled. I'm less thrilled than usual with the results I get. And that, I think that colors... Why does it look so dark? It's not reflecting anything. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized. I think there might be one or two in the workshop stuff. Might. Okay, so simple circle mirror. What about this one? Oh, that's too big for this room. This is just too small room. Well, crap again. Is this black? It doesn't really reflect. I'm not blaming, but it doesn't. I will put it over here though. So actually, let's see if there's a nice, oh, I know what photo to use. I know exactly which one to use, I think. Hopefully the tone is right, the color tone. It's way down here. Is it way down here? Here it is. Nut, dark wood, white wood, white, okay. Okay, I can't back up. I think that's good. It's hard to tell. I think so. It's a little yellow, but it's mostly... Isn't that odd? It is not actually gray. But it looks gray when you're not right up there. So I think that's fine. So wardrobe. Okay, there are some skinny ones. So I see... Oh, what about this? Is there a dark gray? Dark gray. How about, is there a lighter gray? Oh man, I guess I would have to go with the light wardrobe. Light gray. Or gray. How about gray? And the doors, I'm just going to leave them, they're mirrors, aren't they? Yeah. Maybe the dark gray would work better. That's... Oh, I think it's running into the halogen. I think the dark gray would work better, actually. Not black. How about dark gray? This is tough fitting this in here. It just kind of takes over the whole room, doesn't it? So I want to look for a chest of drawers then. I wonder, how big is this one? Okay, so that one would be good. Oh, we don't have a dark version of that? Oh. Well, it actually is pretty dark. I don't know. Maybe I want a wooden one. I think I want a wooden one. It may be tough to match those colors, unfortunately, of the bedside tables. Cedar. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Okay, sorry. No, that's too dark. This has got to be the same wood though. Well, I guess you could just do gray wood. I mean, you know, we have what we have, and that's the way it goes. Okay, so lighting for the bedside tables. Well, it throws a little light. I'll take it. Let's see, is there a darker color? Dark. Let's see how that looks instead. I don't know. I think I like the light one better. What else what else do you need in a bedroom? Um my brain is like I don't know. My brain is just like not working. I cannot do it now. Okay. So let's do one of these here. And I think, I mean, realistically, other than putting a couple things up here, how narrow is that shelf? That is really narrow. I don't think that works. Okay, I'm not going to do anything heavy duty with the shelves because I'm just going to throw a couple things up there. It's already on dark gray. Okay. Oh, that's a small shelf. Okay. I think these might be really big. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Okay, so, okay. How did I end up with that? Like, now, it's a little dim, but it is a bedroom. It's not, you know. Let's put, let's see. I'm just going to look for one more thing. I think I'll put these. I really like this. It is dark in here. I'll throw a couple more halogens up there. Because I like the light, but sometimes I do also like the contrast that the light creates. So when the room is looking too monochromatic, sometimes that's the problem for me, at least. Okay, this one is like off on its own. So, okay, so that's too many lights above the bed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. I don't want to stuff too much in here because, you know, very small. Oh no, don't tell me that's that horrible purple color. It did not say that. Okay, so I'm just gonna find one that's black. I hate that purple wood that I cannot ever pronounce. Um, is this big enough? Yeah. Well, it actually matches. It's very close to the wood um in the bed. I mean, not perfect, but okay. So I am happy with that. And I think I'm going to just be weird and do the hall in this wallpaper. Well, let's see how it looks, of course. Actually, maybe I'll paint one wall. Well, okay, there's weird, and then there's this doesn't look attractive. So, oh, what did I do? Why did they disappear? Okay, I mean, that's fine. I think I'm just going to paint. Well, yeah, I think I'm just going to paint it. Take a quick look at the wallpapers. And I'll probably go with, I'm going to go with a paint. Let's just go with a fresh morning. Okay, that did not work out. Is there, sometimes you get these like black holes where stuff just disappears, which I know sounds strange, but. Okay, I think I'm going to do the floor the same as the living room floor because I like it. Okay, so I should probably do a front door. And then in the garden stream, I will do the outside of the house and the I'm not going to do a huge job on the yard, but just cut the grass, probably plant some trees, bushes, maybe a flower bed. Um, you know, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do for the outside. So actually, maybe I should wait on the door because I don't know how I'm going to do the outside of the house. So, okay, so we just need like a small rug. And does this come in other? Yeah, it doesn't work. Does this come in different? Yeah. It looks a little wrinkled, but I like it. So that's what we're going with. So lights. Oh, for crying out loud. I can get rid of that. Like, I wouldn't do that in real life, but I think I'm going to go with this. Do we actually have a light switch in here? Yeah. A little dark. So okay. Okay, so that is the inside done. I haven't looked at this in a while. Very green, isn't it? So so that's the stream for now. I'm gonna do, obviously, as I said, a garden stream to finish this off and then sell it. So I just want to thank everyone who's been watching live and who is watching the VOD. I really appreciate you guys. I truly do. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Bye-bye.